trouble. In the middle of the mortgage crisis, with literally thousands of people being evicted from their homes this month alone, a sheriff in Chicago is making quite a name for himself. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart has announced that for the foreseeable future, he is not going to evict anyone else from a home that banks have foreclosed on. How come? He's fed up. He says what's happening more often than not is that his officers show up at a home. They find the people there are not the homeowners, but just renters who have been paying their rent on time and had no idea that the owner had fallen behind on mortgage payments. These are families with children, and the first they heard of their eviction was when the officers appeared at the door. So Sheriff Dart just said, enough. Now, I can't support vigilante justice. I think our law enforcement officers should enforce the law. But is there some gray area here? The law in Illinois says people have to be notified well ahead of time when they're going to be evicted, that banks are supposed to contact these people, find out who lives in these homes, and do their due diligence. Sheriff Dart says the banks aren't doing this in all cases, that they're not meeting their obligation. So he put a moratorium on all foreclosure evictions, and the banks are trying to have the sheriff held in contempt. Now, you can decide who's right or who's wrong here, but the fact is things are getting desperate out there for a lot of people. Families are being literally kicked to the curb, and our national leaders, our politicians in Washington, and our presidential candidates don't seem at all close to figuring this out. There is an absence of leadership right now, and the actions of Sheriff Dart are yet another example of just how badly we need it. We turn now to Wall Street's latest history-making